back to my channel. I am Vagisha Mishra and today I am going to do another Q&A session with you all. So the last month had been super hectic and because of which I couldn't take up all the question and answers and come up with this video, and also we had a lot many events in the preceding month, because of which I was busy posting my reviews and predictions on other pageants. But this time I am not leaving any opportunity and I am here to answer all of your questions which you threw them in the comment section and also at my Instagram. So let's start with your question and let's answer all of it. But before we begin, if you are watching me for the first time, I review and decode beauty pageants at my channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also turn on the bell icon so you'll be the first to get notified whenever a video goes live at my channel. So let's get started. So the first question we have is from Om Mahajan, who asked me, why is India not doing very well at Miss International and Miss Universe pageant? So this question has been asked by a lot many people and you keep on asking me what is it that is actually stopping India from giving its best at Miss International and Miss Universe. So time and again I have stressed on the importance of the national pageant's relation with the international pageant organization, right? So we need to understand that the candidate's placement or non-placement does not solely depends on their performance, but also on how the national pageant organizers are having a cordial relationship with the international pageant organization. So I feel that Miss Universe as a brand has been ignored a lot in India because the majority of the people in India don't really know what Miss Diva actually is. Few of the people like us who follow the pageants very closely, they know what Miss Diva is and which pageant does it send its representatives to. But if you ask the common audience, many of the people who are there in India, they don't even know what Miss Diva is. So I think a proper promotion is required at this moment, and apart from that, we need to start preparing our candidates from quite an early stage. If we observe the other countries, they are giving extensive training to their candidates for years and years, which is what missing in our pageant. Now, if we talk about Miss International pageant, I think it is majorly because of the lack of preparation and lack of the training, which is what is leading to the non-placement of Indian representatives. No matter how good candidates we send at an international pageant, training is certainly required, and especially when we are talking about different pageants, training is not same at any level. All the other pageants have different criteria to judge the candidates and different criteria to select their top 15 or top 10. So basically we need to decipher what exactly is their requirement and prepare our delegates accordingly. So this is missing in Miss International India Beauty Pageant organization, and that is why I feel that India is not able to place at Miss Universe and Miss International. Now we have another question from Om Mahajan, who asked me, why doesn't India wins Miss Congeniality despite of the fact that we are termed as the most humble people in the pageant? Sometimes I believe that language comes as a barrier. Many of the countries who are participating in beauty pageants belong to the Latin American countries and they don't really know the language English, because of which they are not able to connect with each other on a more personal level. So I think Miss Congeniality is a matter of fate also, wherein some candidates actually stand out and some, despite being humble, don't really stand out. And I feel that this title doesn't really hold a lot of value in the pageant. So despite of that fact, even if you win the Miss Congeniality title and if you don't place, then what is the actually relevance of that title, right? So I think it doesn't really matter a lot, and it depends on how others are perceiving you. And it is not always possible to satisfy and convince all the candidates in the pageant to vote for you as the best candidate. It more or less depends on your relation with every other candidate. So it is not possible to gel along with the 80 or 90 candidates equally whenever you are participating in any beauty pageant. Now we have another question from Amit Jadhav, who asked me that I say that language does not really matter a lot in beauty pageants, but usually they ask the question in English and some words are very difficult to understand. See, if you follow Femina Miss India organization very closely and if you have watched the previous editions of Miss India, I am sure that you must have seen that the questions are also repeated in Hindi because it is telecasted on Colors TV, which is the Hindi television of the common Indian audience. I feel that the coherence and logic in your speech matters more than your language, and if you have watched all the editions, many of the girls choose to answer in Hindi itself. Even our Femina Miss India 2017 second runner-up Priyanka Kumari ended up winning the title answering her question in Hindi. So you can understand that language does not really matter a lot in pageants, especially when you go for an international pageant. I think we haven't seen any girl who has used a translator to answer in Hindi, and if we observe such candidate on an international level, I feel that I'd be most proud person on this world to have noticed any candidate answering in their mother tongue, especially from India, because we haven't seen that in a while. So this is something which I'm waiting for, and I really still stand by my words that language doesn't really matter a lot when you are giving your best performance in your national pageant. Now that doesn't mean that you don't need to speak logically and smartly. You have to be smart and wise with your words even when you're answering in Hindi. So despite of the language, your ideas really matter a lot, and I stand by my words. Now we have another question from Cuisina Nibing, who asked me, am I a former beauty queen? Now this question is something which is very common, and I have encountered it many times. So the people who have followed me since last 6 years, they know that I have been writing on beauty pageants since last 6 years. Firstly, I started with a Facebook page which was titled as The Kaleidoscope of Pageantry, and then I moved to my blog and my website in 2016, wherein I started penning down my reviews, my predictions, pageant preparation, articles and so on. So for them, I am not a new one, but since my followers requested me to come up with a YouTube channel, I launched my channel this February and started with my Miss Diva review and prediction. And to answer your question, I am not a former beauty queen, but I have judged many national and regional pageants in my past, and I have been closely following and observing all the beauty pageants. So this is all about me. Now we have another question asking me, who do I want to represent India at Miss World and Miss Universe pageants? So if you have watched my Femina Miss India first leaderboard or hot picks, you know who is my Miss World India right now. So all of the ladies whom I have mentioned in my top 3 or top 5, they are my picks for the Miss World India title as of now. And my Miss Universe India for this year might be Jasmine Lazarus, because I feel that she's very good on runway. I feel that she nails her interview. Her body is very fit. She has the composure and poise to handle herself very well. And I think she can easily stand out in the Miss Universe competition. But I'm still waiting to see if Miss Diva 2021 has a more commanding batch, and if they are able to come up with more promising candidates. I am very eager to wait for them. Now we have a very interesting question from It's Me, who asked me, if I become the director of Miss Diva, what changes will I bring in the format of the show, and what will be the pre-pageant activities? Now one of the major changes which I would like to implement at Miss Diva or Miss Universe India competition would be, first of all, to change the name of the pageant, convert it into Miss Universe India pageant, and hypothetically, if I become the national director of the pageant, one thing which I would really like to introduce is the press conference, because the more press conferences we have, the better chances of getting placed in Miss Universe pageant we shall have. Not only because of the popularity, but also because of the polishing which is required for our delegates to shine at an international pageant. Because the delegates are not actually exposed to a lot many questions from the press, they are not able to give their best in the closed door interview. So we don't have to prepare them in a pageant patty way, but rather we need to expose them to how to answer the media whenever they are going to represent India internationally. The other pre-pageant activities will be pretty much same, as Miss Diva has done a fabulous job in introducing the prelims competition, which is a very great step. So that will remain same. Now we have another question again asking me, what should India do to regain its powerhouse status? I feel that powerhouse status is a matter of time and a matter of destiny. So once we start getting international caliber candidates and we start decoding and deciphering what is it that is actually required to shine at pageant like Miss Universe or Miss International or Miss Earth, I think we shall gradually regain our powerhouse status. After Manushi has won the Miss World title for India, I feel that this has actually marked as a milestone. Before than her, Srinidhi, Shetty and Asha Bhatt also won the Supranational title, and this is kind of creating a momentum for India in the coming days. So I definitely feel that India might end up winning its third Miss Universe title if India is very consistent in all other pageants? So the first thing which we can do is to place consistently at Miss Universe pageant, reach to the top 5 position and continue the trend for years. And I'm sure that if we continue to be consistent, Miss Universe organization will also recognize our efforts and crown an Indian delegate very soon. And after getting 2 crowns in this era, Miss World and Miss Universe crown, we shall be slowly climbing up the ladder of Powerhouse status. Now we have another question from Arya Ishika, who asked me, can we get another chance if we become a runner-up in the state title? So there is no runner-up position in the state title of Femina Miss India, but definitely if you don't make it at your first time, you can come back again and again until you win your state title. Now we have another question which asks me, do you think we need to change our Ramcock trainer and also hire other international designers? Definitely we need to bring many experiments in order to shine in the competition. If we continue keeping the same trends year after year, even after not placing at the majority of pageants like Miss Universe pageant, it is somewhere a loophole in our industry. So we definitely need to give more chances to the upcoming designers and hire more ramp walk trainers who can actually alter their ramp walk training as per the girl. Now we have another very interesting question. If given a chance to make judges for Miss Diva, who shall be my choices? Because usually Miss India organization keeps on calling the celebrities to judge beauty pageants who don't have a fair idea of beauty pageants. So my choice will be like that of Miss USA pageant, inviting all the former beauty queens to judge Miss Diva Universe or Miss Universe India. I think a great panel will be comprising of Aishwarya Rai, Sushmita Sen, Lara Datta, Dia Mirza, and also Yukta Mukhi and Dinah Hayden. Now these beauty queens have brought so much of laurels to our country. I think we definitely deserve an edition where we see all of these beauty queens sitting together and judging our Miss Universe India beauty pageant or even Miss World India beauty pageant. Now we have another question asking me, does Femina Miss India has any contract for the state representatives? If yes, then please specify the details. So yes, Femina Miss India organization does have a contract for the state representatives where the candidates are asked to follow the contract for their reign throughout the year. So I don't really know what exactly are the specifications of their contract, but yes, that's there. And it keeps on changing from year after year, so I don't feel that it is appropriate to talk about it on a public platform. Now we have another question from Andromeda, who asked me, what are the shortcomings of Indian representatives at Miss Universe and what scope of improvement does Athlean has during her preparation for Miss Universe India? I feel that it is not the shortcoming of the candidates per se at Miss Universe, but rather the candidates are not really offered that kind of exposure which is needed to shine at Miss Universe pageant. Like the press conferences. I think Miss South Africa has a beautiful press conference even after their crowning and even before the candidates leave for their Miss Universe pageant. So this kind of prepares them for the spontaneous answering of the questions asked in the closed door interview. So that is one factor. Apart from that, the proper wardrobe and styling of the candidates somewhere mars their chances to stand out. This is also one of the possible reasons why Indian delegates are not able to stand out. Especially when it comes to the prelims evening gown competition, I feel that a lot of experimentation can be still done during the evening gown competition for the candidates. So this is one factor which makes Indian representatives a little bit overlooked when it comes to the Miss Universe pageant. Talking about Athlean, I think I'm pretty satisfied with her photo shoots and I really like how she's managing herself during this pandemic despite of so many less opportunities she has been offered during her reign. So she is doing a fabulous job. I really hope and expect that organization takes a more larger step in order to underline the practical application of her advocacy so that she is able to shine and stand out in the crowd. She should be exposed to a press conference which can actually help her to shine and stand out in the crowd. Now we have next question from Rachna, who asked me, is it mandatory to join any pageant training academy? And if not, then how can we prepare for pageants at home? So I am going to come up with a very specific video on how to prepare for beauty pageants at your home. So stay tuned for that, and no, it is not mandatory for you to join any pageant training academy. This has been made a trend, and after many successful attempts of beauty pageant training academies, girls have started feeling that it is necessary in order to win the pageant, it is very mandatory to join pageant training academies, which is not really the case. So stay tuned for my next video where I talk about your pageant preparation at home, and we shall talk about it in great length and detail. The next question I have is from Vaishnavi, who asked me if the candidate doesn't like the makeup or dress during the finals, what should they do then? So there is no other option of changing your makeup or dress in your finals. This is provided by the organization. Whether you like it or don't like it, you have to stick by it. I have another question from Jaya Bajpai, who asked me what pageant training academy should they join to improve or enhance their communication skills. Trust me, Jaya, it is not necessary to join any pageant training academy to enhance your communication skills. It is only you who knows what areas to work upon yourself, and there are tons of videos available on YouTube itself which can help you to enhance your communication skills. Trust me, if you really go on to explore many other YouTube channels which are specifically devoted to enhance your communication skills, and I myself am planning to do a regular series of communication skills video at my channel. I have made one, how to think fast and talk smart in pageants, few days back. So if you haven't watched it already, go ahead to my channel and watch that one, and I'll be coming up with more such videos in the days to come. So I don't think you need to join any pageant training academy in order to enhance your communication skills. You can work upon it on your own personal level. Now it's time for the last question. I have the last question from Vaishnavi, who asked me, is it necessary to become a president of any NGO in order to stand out for your Beauty with a Purpose project presentation? No, it's not necessary to be a president of any NGO or any charitable cause. You can work on your personal level and associate with any NGO in order to represent your project on the national level. You don't need to be the president. You just need to highlight the practical application of your project, and you need to show what exactly are your objectives and which areas are the target areas which you will take to an international level if you're crowned as Miss World India. Apart from that, you need to be very specific and clear which agency is providing you the funds for your Beauty with a Purpose project. So that's all you need to keep in mind, and if you have any specific query regarding to Beauty with a Purpose, you can go back at my channel and watch the video on how to come up with a winning Beauty with a Purpose project. So that was all for today's Q&A series. If you still have any questions which are unanswered, you can drop them down in the comment section. I will ensure to answer them all in the coming Q&A video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets. The link has been left in the description box below. Until next time.